There is something going on right now in the state of New York. I mean, there's probably always stuff going on in the state of New York. It's a very big state. Obviously, New York City is like the biggest city in the US, which is just a small part of the state. But there is this one specific thing going on where they are actually challenging in the court of law Valve, of all companies, over loot boxes. Yeah, loot boxes. Like actually the thing that you use in CSGO or Team Fortress or Dota to try to see if you can get like the $5,000 skin or whatever. I don't know how expensive the most expensive skin is. I've heard they can be extremely expensive, but the allegation is that basically these loot boxes are a form of what they are saying illegal gambling. Talks a lot about kids, and this is not anything new. There have been other lawsuits like this where they basically say that games should not be able to allow loot boxes, especially for kids, people who are underage who can't otherwise go to a casino and gamble, because this would be a form of gambling, which isn't wrong, but I always kind of wonder why these lawsuits will single out a specific company, and in this case, Valve. But regardless, yeah, we got this right here from the game developer website. I do have it in the description. It says New York sues Valve over loot box driven gambling. This is all coming from the state of New York Attorney General Letitia James, who calls loot boxes quintessential gambling. We see right here the first part of the article. It says New York has brought a lawsuit against Valve, accusing the developer and platform holder of illegally promoting gambling through video games popular with children and teenagers. The suit seeks to bring down Valve's ecosystem around loot boxes, which the office equates to illegal and unregulated gambling. Now it says, per the press release, the suit was brought after an investigation finding Valve's video games, which includes Counter-Strike 2, Team Fortress 2, and Dota 2, a lot of twos. The investigation found that these three video games enabled gambling by enticing users to pay for the chance to win a rare virtual item of significant monetary value. So yes, when we look at the actual source, the actual complaint, we do see that this all came about 4 days ago on February 25th. That was Thursday. State of New York versus Valve. Pretty big stuff. I have it in the description. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all 52 pages, but we can go through and we can see. Basically, they give the whole setup for people who don't know how loot boxes work. I'm sure a lot of you do know how it works. Just because you're familiar with a lot of gaming culture stuff, obviously, you got to think a lot of these judges, they don't really know this stuff. I'm sure there are some judges out there that are really into Dota 2, don't get me wrong. But yeah, it goes through basically how you can put actual money in your Steam wallet, how you can then use it to purchase these loot boxes, and from there you can get skins on guns, and then it also kind of shows the marketplace for these skins, how they have actual real world trading value to it. Basically all to show that this is allegedly a form of really a real life gambling with real life money, because it's all worth real life money. It's all got monetary value to it. So we will see how this turns out. Again, I think it's kind of odd that some of these lawsuits will be very specific. I suppose lawsuits have to be specific, but it's too bad to target Valve here when there are so many other companies that do this sort of thing. But I have seen this a ton now. Loot boxes are definitely getting a lot of blowback in terms of lawsuits. The legality of them is definitely going to be questioned a lot, I think, going forward.